Alright guys, so we're gonna kick off derby season a little early. I've just been taking a few things out of the car, getting this one stripped down. I picked up the new one for 2023. I'm just gonna show you guys a little bit better overview. So humps bent in the center and in front. The trunk packed okay. It just was a lot softer than I would have liked. But this is all a learning curve to me. I've only built 2 Vics. Then we had to cut out a piece of square tubing to pass tech at the last show. But we ended up losing the lower pulley because I was hitting with the pulley protector, so hopefully nothing's hurt on it. But there's quite a few different things we're gonna do on the next one. The kicker angle is gonna be a lot different. We're going to canoe the trunk. We're gonna do the pad motor mounts. We might run we're gonna run a box style A-arm. I just can't decide if I want to run GM or Vic. When we pull the frame in and start working on that stuff, we'll work towards it. But yeah, bumper won't move ever. It did shift the frame during Heber. So I had to put a couple fix-it plates to hold it on there and kind of just scrapped it together. Ended up taking 5th in Spanish Fork. Yeah, quite a bit different things we're gonna do on the next one. I'm probably gonna end up cutting this cage out and the cage out of my last year's car to build the cage for 2023. Because it takes me about 2 hours to cut a cage out, and it takes me that long to go get new metal, so. And it doesn't cost me anything. So yeah, we're just stripping this out. I had to cut my down bars at the last derby, and this is exactly why we need down bars in every derby. The rear down bars I had to cut, and it moved probably a good 4 inches. And you can see from where it's at, and you should not be able to see daylight in these cars looking down, but we're just planning on running Heber next year. And I'll go show you guys the car. I'll give you a little aftermath on the Imp. Sorry, everything's pretty crowded in here. Try to get everything in with it snowing outside. So I really haven't looked over this car that much. So it doesn't look like the front's bent at all. We ended up having to cut that mounting plate, that extra engine mounting plate. Don't mind that. I just poured more coolant in it just to be safe. So when he got hit, I believe it was on this side, he got hit here or hit somebody here, and it wrinkled it over here and actually ripped the welds, which I've never had happen. So I think we had it was too hard on the inside and too soft on the outside, and that was about the only place it could go. What ended up taking this car out, so the pump bolts ended up backing out, and so he had very limited time with transmission fluid. Then the lower ball joints ripped out and the tie rod nut came off. And I have no idea how, because we had a cotter pin on it, but we're definitely going to be running door skins on driver side and passenger side. I haven't looked at the box. It doesn't look like the box got hit. But I mean, it was only a matter of time before it did. I really haven't looked at this thing all that much. It looks like the down bar's held, but I think it's maybe just the body moving ripped the roof over. We'll go around to the other side. Overall, this car was pretty hard. It did end up bending a little bit right there. But besides the trunk, that's really the only place I could find. And that's exactly why you run door skins. So the leaf springs on this side held up really well. We ended up having to cut off because I had spot welded and welded most of the leaves together, and they made us cut them. And then we had to cut the all thread away from the leaf spring. The humps didn't go anywhere. And this side over here, we should have ran some more leaf clamps, but oh well. So the trunk was perfect until the second to last hit in the grudge, and it ended up breaking the spot weld, 2 of the spot welds on the very top leaf. And so it ended up letting the frame move. It bent pretty good. But overall, my dad was very happy with the car. It was hard, he was just outnumbered. But yeah, next time we run one of these, it'll be much different as well. We're gonna start making our gas tank protectors a lot larger to help with this kind of situation. And his transmission cooler mount was horrible. We ended up having to cut out part of the cage because it was getting pretty close to the sheet metal. But yeah, so that's a little overview on the Imp. I'll go show you guys the next car we're gonna pull in here. Don't mind the mess. I just swept up. I gotta take the dump trailer to the dump and then come back and get more stuff. It's been pretty crazy. So here's my Heber car for next year. It's a 95 Lincoln Town car. So yeah, we're gonna canoe the trunk. We are gonna stack door bars in this car. And really, that's about the only rust there is on this car. Other than that, it's all black frame, which is pretty common. We are gonna keep the sway bar this time. Then we'll cut it off, do some cool stuff with it, and it will not look anywhere close to this when we're done. Yeah, it is a very, very clean car. Yeah, keep watching. I'm gonna be pulling this in here in about a week, 2 weeks, somewhere in that time frame. I'm gonna pull this in and we're gonna get started on it. Okay, we'll catch you guys later. Don't forget to like and subscribe.